What's up, Dunkaholics? It's Wayne Duncan, No Vision Duncan, and we're back with year 5 of the Madden 23 Tennessee Titans realistic rebuild. If you tune in to part 4, it was just about the same as year 2, year 3. Same exact thing. We're on the verge of making the playoffs, and then, we got to follow the script. We got to follow exactly what's in the script. And what was written in the script was there's going to be a big injury to Derrick Henry. There's going to be a season-ending injury to your new superstar dev cornerback in Caleb Farley. And then you're going to lose majority of your games. You're going to lose that one big division game that may turn the tide on who wins the division, who makes the playoffs, and the other teams that you need to lose in the AFC just to even have a chance at making the playoffs with a winning record. It's not going to go my way. So we did make the playoffs again. Our team looks a little bit different, especially the quarterback position. And I'm not even going to waste no more time, man. I'm just going to get right into it. So let's meet the squad, the roster, the team before the preseason starts. We didn't have that big of a free agency. Missed out on the players that we did target. The draft, we really didn't care much for the players that we were drafting. And we're just going to go over this roster, man. Looking at the quarterback position, as y'all already noticed, there is no more Malik Willis. He just didn't do enough for us to extend him, even though the contract wasn't even that much. But Noah Foster, who we drafted last year, I think like in the 4th round maybe, it was like 4th, 5th round, something crazy like that. It was the 4th round, pick 16. And he did have hidden dev, probably was most likely star, but because he didn't play all that lot, a whole bunch, he is down to normal dev. Now, he did have, I would say, he threw a touchdown last year. He was 3 or 4. I thought he was 100%, but he only missed one completion. Played a couple of times, but he's going to be our quarterback of the future, as you see there with that player tag. And then what we did, we were very aggressive in the draft. Not very aggressive, but we were desperate for quarterback position. So what we did was we drafted this guy, Billy Harris, I think like in the 5th round. We even drafted this guy, Will Sharp, in the 6th round. And then I just went up and picked up P.J. Walker after watching him play Thursday night against the Falcons. I picked him up to be like, that bridge quarterback, somebody in the quarterback room that is at least like 29, 30 years of age. He is 31. And all these guys are going to compete for the starting job. I just don't give a damn. We're throwing anybody in there. This is a run-first team with Derrick Henry. Play good defense. Whoever is in that quarterback. And maybe this will, be good for us. As you see, Noah Foster, he's not the same type of quarterback that Malik Willis is. He doesn't throw the ball deep. It was an 87 before, now up to an 89, so damn near close to the 90s, but his deep accuracy is only a 71. What he excels in is the short accuracy, 87 rating for the short accuracy. So if he could just dink and dunk, throw the little screens, probably not going to throw for a lot of passing yards. We're going to run the ball anyway. We weren't throwing a lot with Malik Willis, but probably that's good for us because if he's just throwing it short, that should limit the amount of turnovers we have. And as long as he can protect the ball, maybe we can do something here with Noah Foster as our quarterback. Running back still got Derrick Henry, but 2 season-ending injuries, back-to-back years. Maybe the amount of attempts, the 300-plus attempts, maybe that is having a wear and tear effect on him. We have like McClain, who the Generation X player, along with Tevin Montague, but as you see, got robbed last season for the start of last season with his X-Factor down to start. But he's been a great running back, too, for us. And then Bell, who we drafted last year, who we don't know what his depth chart is because just like our quarterback, he also went down to a normal dev. But I think we're going to give a little bit more carries to Bell and McClain just to take, the wear and tear off of Derrick Henry. Fullback still got Torrey Carter here. We did draft one in the draft, like in the 4th round, because we just, like I said, I didn't care for the players we were drafting. Didn't really care for the draft. It was a weak-ass draft class anyway, so we picked up a fullback in the 4th round. Receiver Tevin Montague had a great second season last season. I think he's going to have an even bigger impact here in his 3rd season here in year 5. Treylon Burks has caught on. I didn't think I always thought he would, but it happened a little slowly. But he is at least 80 plus overall star dev wide receiver 2 on our team now. And then our first round pick, we used it on the receiver because we targeted Tyler Lockett. He did not go to us. He went to the defending Super Bowl champion Dallas Cowboys. And got a big body receiver here. It's 6'4", 231, 21 years of age with the Oregon. Great short route running. 89 acceleration, 84 catch. And when you look at this is kind of like a basketball team. You got 6'4", Braxton Hennings. You got 6'2", 224, and Treylon Burks. And then 6'6", 221, and Tevin Monte. You got generational talent wide receiver. We got Callaway down here as our wide receiver 4 with that speed, kick return, man. We did let go Kyle Phillips. Just didn't want to extend him. I wanted to upgrade the position. Tight end got Ted Hess, and we drafted this guy, Jack Bruce, I think, in the 3rd round. Hidden dev tight end to give us 2 tight end system. So with the 3 big young wide receivers, Derrick Henry and the other running backs, McClain and Bell, and now the 2 tight ends and Bruce and Hess, putting all the weapons around in the offense for Noah Foster for him to, have a great first season as our starter. And he's going to have a great first season as a starter because this is year 5 Super Bowl or nothing. He has to get there and win it. At least get there. But our goal, a realistic goal, would be just win the division and make the playoffs since we have yet to do that. Offensive line is pretty much the same. We brought in Udoga just to be the backup tackle. We got Tyler Walker still here, Lindsey still here, Nate Davis still here, Nicholas Petit-Friere. Brought in Matt Hurt to be the backup left end. Got Greg Rousseau, who was robbed. I'm gonna just call it out there, put it out there now. He was robbed. Look at this. Okay, the production went down from when he was in Buffalo when it came with the sacks because we had other guys on the team getting all the sacks. But still a good season. 14 TFLs, 8.5 sacks. The impact he had on our defense should not have gotten him a demotion from the dev trait from superstar to star. But they still a 90-plus overall player for us. Still a good free agent signing from last season. And I think he's going to have an even better season this season. Jeff Simmons still here on the right end. Deion Quick, who had an okay season last season. Harold Landry, who kind of had a down season last season, but he is getting older. He's 30 years old, might regress after this. We won't know because this is the final season. Robinson, who was one of those middle linebackers who was a hidden dev last season, moved him back to left outside linebacker. We drafted him as a right outside linebacker, tried middle linebacker. Now we're going to try left outside linebacker. He has some speed on him. He has great block shedding. So I want to try to develop him as a speed rusher now. So we just moving him all over the place. Middle linebacker David Long, who I think I honestly might cut here in the preseason and go with Callaway, who outplayed him last season as a rookie. And then we took this guy, Eric Hanks, in the 2nd round. I kind of want these 2 guys to be the starters. So I'm looking to probably add David Long to the trade block. He's been great for us. Reba kind of had his first down season last season, so we'll put him on the trade block. Most likely will not make the team. Fulton and Derek Barnett, who had a great stat line as a rotational edge for us. Don Fulton, who's just gotten better every single year. He's probably one of my favorite first-round draft picks. We drafted him over other players who were probably better, but he just fit our scheme, and it's worked out. Great first-round pick, great first decision for us. Christian Fulton, who has just been okay for us. We locked down all of them, McCreary, Farley, Fulton, even Elijah Molden. All 4 of them, they've been exceptional. They have been exceptional at their age. Farley got screwed out of his, season-ending injury last season. Was superstar dev, now back to star. But McCreary actually won DB of the year last year. Did not go up. Of course he didn't. Did not go up dev trait, but it's fine. Kevin Byard, who has just been a great leader on the back end for us in the secondary. And then strong safety, we have Amani Hooker, still, he's been okay. And we signed this guy because he just looked good. He looks like a good tackler, hit power, and great pursuit. Steven Marshall, he did not have that future starter tag, I believe, when he was a rookie, and even last year. Now he has that. So glad to see that. We got Will Lutz back at kicker. We signed Logan Cook at punter because we lost our punter. And I think we need a new team captain, right? Because Malik Willis was a team captain. I'm thinking maybe Treylon Burks. I'm going to say Treylon Burks. We get someone for the receivers and the tight ends. Yeah, we're going to do Treylon Burks. Congratulations on the new team captain. And we're going to simulate the preseason now. Open competition at quarterback, but honestly, we know who the starter is probably going to be. Let's see if we can win some games here in the preseason. We do have trade offers, though, for David Long. And let's see, we got Wingard, and we have another running back and tight end. Now, Wingard would give us a backup safety. We just wouldn't need him to, like, start. And then another running back and another tight end. Not feeling those. Not feeling those. And I would probably, I mean, we would take draft picks. Hell, we might as well take the players because getting the draft picks won't do anything because we're not going to, continue after. Now, I always leave all my franchises open when I do finish, like, the rebuild videos for them, just in case I want to go back and revisit them or just play them offline myself and continue them. But just don't see the need trading him for draft picks. I mean, we still can, even though I'm not going to use those picks. Hancock is a future starter, though. Norma Dev, power back. We're going to wait for some more phone calls for David Long. And now, instead of P.J. Walker, let's put in one of those quarterbacks that we drafted. Let's do Billy Harris, Sharp, give them all a chance to get in. And we lose the next preseason game. We'll check out more. We have more trade offers now. Wish I could look at the player card. It looks like a good wide receiver. That looks like a good middle linebacker. We need to check out. The Packers and the Vikings. That receiver, 74 overall, add more depth to our wide receiver room. And then that middle linebacker for the Packers, right? Middle linebacker, he was a 69, probably a young player, 23 years of age, future starters, going into his second year. He does have normal dev. And then the Vikings, they had the receiver. They got Patrick Queen now. He has the day one starter. Looks like he got buried on the depth chart because of Jalen Waddle, Justin Jefferson, and Corey Davis. But looking at him, normal dev, okay player. Probably gonna take. I don't know. We'll wait for more calls. And let's switch to backup quarterbacks now, and we'll go at Sharp. Really, it's a battle of who's the backup quarterback going to be, because I'm going to go at probably Foster as a starter. And we win our last preseason game. We do have to cut 13 people. David Long will probably be one of those men to get cut, and we're probably going to have to take one of these offers, right? Which one? Don't want to help out the Chargers. Probably going to be Green Bay or Arizona. Wingard gives us more depth at safety. Can help out in the secondary, too, if we suffer an injury. I'm going to do the Cardinals. I'm going to do Wingard. Just a player swap. We get a guy that could come in and, give us some more depth at safety. If one of our cornerbacks goes down, maybe we could play a little bit of slot cornerback for us. So, yeah, we're going to do that, and we're going to look at the stats for the preseason. And, yeah, unanimous. What did I say? Anonymous? Unanimous winner for quarterback 1, Noah Foster. P.J. Walker and was it Harris? Harris was okay. Will Sharp was not. We might keep all three of these guys and put Sharp on the practice squad. Running back Bell was great. McClain was great. Receiver Callaway was great. Braxton Hennins, the rookie, was great. Offensive line, Nate Davis, Petit Free. Offensive line was okay. And Callaway was a beast. That's one of the reasons why we decided to trade my boy David Long. Andrew Winger, he did that with the Cardinals. And then Hanks was okay. He was impressive. And that's why we traded away David Long. Another reason why we traded him. Elijah Molden, he's been great as our cornerback 4. And Roger McCreary has been arguably our best cornerback. He's up there with Caleb Farley. Caleb Farley had a crazy season, 5 picks, superstar dev the year before last season. But we do have to cut a lot of players, 13 players. And it's starting with the quarterback position. We're going to move Will Sharp to practice squad. We're going to keep 3 quarterbacks on the roster for this season. The running backs, I'm going to get rid of these 2 running backs down here. We're going to go 3 deep, even though Derrick Henry is now injury prone. We're going to take some of the load off of him, though, this season. Fullbacks, I kind of want to go with the rookie, but Torrey Carter has been great for us, so I'll put the rookie on the practice squad. Don't care if he gets taken from us from another team. These receivers. Porter is kind of fast, right? But this guy, Elton Lynch, he went to Middle Tennessee State. So he's kind of like home, but he's slow as hell. I'm going to put him on the practice squad or release him. And we'll put Hawthorne on the practice squad. Went to Liberty, like Malik Willis. We got all these extra guards. Don't know where they came from. We will release Telvin Rotten, and we will release Sean Warren, or put him on the practice squad. Only had 1 year of experience. The rest of the offensive line should be fine. Don't know who this Bush guy is. He can go on the PS. We keep the 3 defensive tackles. I think Rainey can finally go. He's a trade target piece anyway. And then this guy down here, Zachary Wayne, he can get released. Middle linebacker, we should be good now. Right outside linebacker should be good. Cornerbacks, I like George. I like Easley. I even like this guy, Samuel. But this guy down here, Manny Hunter, he can go in the practice squad. I see why now we have to cut 13 players. We have a lot of players on this team. Free safety, strong safety, Wingard adds more depth to the team. And that should be everybody, right? Let's upgrade the players, reset our depth chart, and get on the year 5, the final season here for the Tennessee Titans. Realistic rebuild here in Madden 23. And it's playoffs or nothing, division title or nothing, Super Bowl or nothing, everything on the line here. New quarterback at the head, and I have no expectations this season. No expectations whatsoever this season. I don't even know how it's going to play out. P.J. Walker will be the backup quarterback. Derrick Henry, McClain, Bell, Carter, Bruce, McClain. We'll go Bell. Receiver, Montague, Burks, Hennings, Callaway, Porter. Hess will go with Bruce right there. Probably even put him as the 5th receiver. Tight end, Hess and Bruce. Offensive line, really all the starters should be set up the way it should be. Let's check middle linebacker really quick. Yep. And then cornerbacks, I'm going to go with McCreary. So every year we've had Christian Fulton in the first 2 years. Caleb Farley was like year 4, year 3 maybe, and now Vertier year 5. All 3 had a chance to start as cornerback 1 at some point. So I'm happy with that. We'll go with Caleb Farley back in the slot coming off that injury. Molden as the 4, George as the 5, Marshall, Bayard, and then Wingard, Hooker, kick return, Callaway. They have Porter here, but I'm going to do Easley. And punt return, I am going to do maybe Jennings. Get him involved a little bit. Jennings, and we will do, what's the other running back's name? Bell. Kickoff start will be Logan Cook. No, it will be Will Lutz. He has the bigger leg. Third down back will be maybe McClain. I'm thinking maybe McClain, and then power back we do Derrick Henry. And then slot receiver, we're going to do Montague, the rookie, and Burks. Left end will not be Jeff Simmons. It will be Harold Landry. The right will be Fulton. And then D tackle, of course, will be Simmons and Rousseau. And quick sub linebacker will be Callaway. Also Hanks. And then this is why we brought in Winger. He can actually be sub linebacker too, but we're gonna make him the sub linebacker 3. And then slot cornerback will be Caleb Farley. I'm gonna do Christian Fulton this year. Let's do Christian Fulton, Elijah Molden, and then they have Wingard here, but we'll do Marshall since Wingard's getting the sub linebacker role. And then let me go back to cornerbacks real quick. I'm gonna put Caleb Farley as a cornerback 2, and then Christian Fulton. He will get a chance to play in the slot now, and then McCreary getting a chance to be cornerback 1, and that is the team going into year 5. The Texans' first division game, first game of the season. And it is Super Bowl or nothing, Super Bowl or bust. And it's going to be a hard one. But I think we can pull it off. Don't think it's likely, but we can pull it off, I think. We're 83 overall, 87 defense, 81 offense. So that's good. Defense, is rated really high. And now we have a chance to open up the season with a road win, division win. Let's see how it goes. Low scoring game, but we do come out with the L, 19-17. Seems like we always lose first game of the season. No turnovers. A game we could have won. We outscored them in the fourth quarter, and not bad for a debut for Noah Foster. 2 touchdowns. The most important thing, no interceptions. We did get sacked 4 times, so offensive line has to protect him a little bit more. As you see, Derrick Henry may be falling off just a little bit. And Montague was great. Hennings was okay. Has had a touchdown, continuing from his hot start last season with all them touchdowns. Derek Barnett, Hanks, the rookie, getting in already. Jeff Simmons. And I think I see what the problem is with running game. We did miss a field goal. It was blocked. So that actually played a part in the outcome. We probably would have won the game by a point. But it looks like when I put our backup running back as the third down back, he doesn't get more carries. They just use him literally in the receiving game. So keeping Derrick Henry there should give McClain more running back 2 touches, if that makes sense. But we have the Steelers now, week 2. See if we can beat them to get our first win of the season here in year 5. And another close game. Please don't tell me this is going to be one of those seasons where every game will be 3 points or less. But we ran the ball, no turnovers. Looks like we outplayed them a little bit. And Noah Foster is doing really good. In his 2 games, 4 touchdowns, no picks. He was really efficient. That's what we're going to get out of him. And we're probably seeing some regression from Derrick Henry. But he is really efficient. He's really accurate. And that might have been the better fit for the team all along. Petit Frere, he's going to have a bad season. And the defense is looking like it's taking a step back early on, or at least just starting off slow. But need to get a win, man. We're 0-2, just like the Colts. Jaguars 1-1, Texans 2-0. Don't have to worry about the draft. This being a final season. Battle of the 0-2 teams in the AFC South. Who's going to get their first win of the season? Probably the Colts, right? Oh, no, it will be us. 31-14. We do win an important division game on the road, and we both ran the ball well. No turnover. See, this is what I was talking about. Noah Foster just may be a better fit. Might not be a better quarterback than Malik Willis was, but he's the better fit, probably. He's not even a scheme fit. I don't even think Malik Willis was a scheme fit. I think it's an improviser we need, and Malik Willis was what? Scrambler? Maybe a little bit of strong arm, and then this guy is like field general. So field general is working out for us. Derrick Henry, he's starting to get old. The injuries are taking a toll on him. Montague, though, is a beast. Burks is a beast. Offensive line, they were okay. 2 sacks for DeForest Buckner for them. Derek Barnett is getting in. Why? I mean, I like that he's getting in, and this Eric Hanks dude is balling. But making me look like a genius trading away David Long. But Derek Barnett is getting a lot of sacks, a lot of playing time. It's supposed to be just rotational. I'm happy with it, but it's a question. Petit Frere is injured. Complete NCL tear. What is up with these season-ending injuries? Like, I'm getting those more often. We have Matt Pert, though. That's why he's our backup. Now we have the Texans who beat us in week 1. We have an early chance to get revenge, tie up the season series, and of course we lose by a touchdown, and we get swept by them 20-27. Seems like we always get swept by at least one of the teams here in the AFC South. We did turn the ball over, our first turnover of the season, but still not a bad game from Noah Foster. He's still efficient, didn't get stacked, just didn't throw a touchdown, turned the ball over only one time. He even ran the ball a little bit for 25 rushing yards. Don Fulton, Greg Rousseau, Christian Fulton, 2 for 2 for Will Lutz. And slow start though, 1-3. Not off to the great start we had last season. But maybe we pick it up though. Maybe we pick it up. We have a breakout linebacker. I think this is our rookie middle linebacker. No, it's our rookie middle linebacker from last season, Lonnie Callaway, who is the middle linebacker one now, trying to go up from that boring brown dev trait to a shiny silver dev trait. And we have the Jaguars, another division game, and they blow us out. The Jaguars always whoop our asses, 38-13. We just couldn't run the ball. It looks like we can't run the ball no more with Derrick Henry. Should have traded him. Maybe we kept him 2 years too late. Should have traded him at least 2 years too early. If McClain had kept his X factor, I probably would have looked to trade Derrick Henry because we would have had a younger X factor replacement. And they robbed me of that chance in that dev trade. So that's why we kept Derrick Henry. But now I'm suffering from it. Still an X factor, still a 98-2 overall, but as you see, we're not running the ball. We have the same offensive line, same fullback, just a different quarterback. Callaway doesn't hit his depth trait, and we are 1-4. Our season looks to be over. Looks like our fullback probably got signed. And this is the season right here. If we can't beat the 3-2 Commanders, there's no hope for us. And we beat them by a field goal, 16-13. That was a season-saving victory right before the bye week, and then we have a Monday night division game against the Colts. No turnovers, not a lot of passing yards, but that's all we need. That's all we need from him. Foster, just score a couple of touchdowns, no turnovers, play it safe, dink and dunk, throw it short. 3 sacks from Greg Rousseau. Wingard, nice trade acquisition, 1 sack, 5 tackles, a pick for Caleb Farley, the returning Caleb Farley. Man, if him and Derrick Henry don't get hurt, we make the playoffs last season. Bye week, don't have to worry about the contracts. Are going to upgrade the players, are going to look at the weekly award winner. And let's see how this receiver is doing that we drafted. Jack Bruce, tight end. He was a hidden dev. Probably star, probably not even revealed. Be crazy if he's like a superstar. Spencer Callaway, no, it's Braxton Hiddings. He is our first round pick. And he's probably like a star. I feel like he's a star. And we don't even know. How do we not know him? He's starting. Upgrade everybody else. Week 7, bye week. Then we have the Colts, week 8. What's their record? They're actually the worst team in the division at 1-4. Think we already beat them once. Have a chance to sweep them early. Texas already swept us. The Jaguars already beat us once. So we have to tie with the Jaguars. They're actually in the lead. But this is a very important game. 2-4, 2-4. Who's going to get the 3-4? Who's going to go to 2-5? And we are going to 2-5 after losing by a touchdown. On Monday night, prime time, lights were too bright for us. 1 turnover. At least we're not turning the ball over a lot. But what's up with our defense? Jacoby Brissett back on the Colts. 2 touchdowns for Derrick Henry. Montague was a monster. Offensive line giving up some sacks. Jeff Simmons, he's been kind of quiet this season. What's wrong with my defense? What is wrong with same defensive coordinator? Don't know. But I do know we are 2-5. I do know that it's not looking good. Only 2 games behind in the division, though. So it's still winnable, but we have a mountain to climb. 21-7 against the Browns. We beat them. And we ran the ball, shut the running game down, shut the passing game down, dominated them. 21-0 at the half. And look what we did to Deshaun Watson. He's used to playing against us when he was a part of the Texans. 95 yards rushing, 58 for McLean, 112 for Treylon Burks, and a TD. Jack Conklin, former Titan, we straight up bullied him with Jeff Simmons. Caleb Farley, Hooker, Locke, Barnett, Quick, a lot of half sacks. Will Lutz does miss a field goal. We didn't need those little 3 points because we won 21-7, and now we are 3-5. Of course, we have the defending Super Bowl champion Dallas Cowboys, who got the best player in the draft from the weak draft class. Probably going to beat us, and yeah, they do. 30-13. They ran all over us. They played like Super Bowl champions. Fucking cowgirls. Like, you don't like, and that's another thing. They stole Tyler Lockett away from me in free agency. We targeted him, offered more money, and boom. He was like, you know what, I want to go win a Super Bowl with them. And I don't blame him. Don't blame him. But why do they always make the Cowboys so OP in Madden simulation? Like, I know, like, in real life, they are. I would consider them a Super Bowl contender this year, especially with the main Micah Parsons is playing. Dak is back, playing well. So they are legitimate Super Bowl contenders, but they should not be this OP in simulation. They should not. They're the Cowgirls. 35-21, we lose to the Bengals. And that's probably our season right there. Unless our division is just trash this year and we can win with like a 7-10 record, win a division. Looks like we're not going to make the playoffs at all in this rebuild, at all in Madden 23. And Jeff Simmons gets a sack. Will Lutz misses a field goal. And it's just unfortunate. Some injuries, season-ending injuries. Lost a couple of big division games. And it was the same pattern over and over again. We blow out the Eagles 30-7, so we have some fight left in us. Not going to go away that easy. We're not turning the ball over. I do like that. I enjoy that we're not turning the ball over. Derrick Henry had a flashback game. Treylon Burks, the rookie Braxton Hennings, 98 yards and 3 touchdowns. Montague was great. Why do I feel like they messed up my depth chart? Why do I feel like they put Treylon Burks back as a slot and then Will Lutz missing a 3rd straight field goal? That is concerning. But why do I feel like they're missing my depth chart? Whenever I have a feeling that they do, they end up messing with it. This fucking game, bro. Then we have the Buffalo Bills, who are 5-6. So this does have playoff implications in the AFC if we do somehow win. And we do win, 24-21, 2-game little winning streak we got going on. Probably lost those games because my damn depth chart got rearranged. But Foster, he's doing everything I expect. I will say this. If we somehow don't make the playoffs or whatever, it's a fail rebuild. It's an L rebuild for the Titans. Noah Foster did exactly what I wanted him to do, exactly what I needed him to do, exactly what I expected him to do. Not throw for a lot of yards, but he's throwing for more yards than I thought he would. I thought he'd be like 100 yards flat, even. No, he's throwing for like 220, 1 touchdown. You know, had a 3 touchdown game. No picks. That's the number one right there, no picks. And he doesn't get sacked a lot. He's very efficient, too. Derrick Henry helping him out a little bit. These great receivers and tight ends helping him out a little bit. So I would not put the blame on him at all, not one bit. Roger McCreary with a pick. Will Lutz missing another field goal. I'm about to release a kicker and sign a new one in the middle of the season. But is it even worth it with the Texans running away with the division? I swear if we finish in second place for a 3rd year in a row, That'd be crazy. We got the Ravens 7-5, and they just ended our season right there with that loss. Lamar Jackson leading rusher. I swear, if Derrick Henry is injured, the biggest mistake, not the biggest, but one of the mistakes that I would have made in this rebuild was not trading away Derrick Henry when he was in that franchise tag year and went down with a season-ending injury. Okay, he's not injured. 6-7, 5-8. We're still only 3 games behind in the division. I mean, if the Texans just have a complete meltdown, we could still not win this thing. And there goes our season. It's time to just simulate the rest of the games. Not going to go on a rant. Not going to snap. Take a look at this injury. And yep. Kept him 2 years too late. We do beat the Giants. We lose to the Bears. Looks like my job, I'm going to be fired. It looks like another season, another rebuild, another no playoff. So we were fired, but at least we made it through, the 4 years that we took over from Mike Vrabel. But this rebuild will go down as a L. Looking at the top performers in the league, you have, I think I saw Josh Allen there, some guy named B.J. Byrne. I believe that's like the Raiders rookie quarterback from last season, and Joe Burrow, Zeke Elliott, Josh Jacobs, David Montgomery, Keenan Allen, Stephon Diggs, Jamar Chase, Myles Garrett with 27 sacks, Brian Burns, Matt Crosby, Jair Alexander, Fred Warner, Julius Cook, Lonnie Monk, Devin White, and Logan Wilson. Looking at our stats, wow. Okay. So the most yards we've thrown for in the rebuild, even the 3 years with Malik Willis, the 1 year with Tannehill, 7 yards away from 4,000 yards passing. Touchdown's not great, but look at this, the picks. He did not turn the ball over, and the touchdown to interception ratio, man, I wish I could have drafted this guy a couple years earlier. His rating was 100.6. So efficient. Completion percentage above 60. Did get sacked 35 times. Not bad, but man, Noah Foster. What would have happened if we would have put him in like a couple of games last season? Probably could have made the playoffs, right? Even though Derrick Henry went down with another injury, dislocated knee, 1,000 yards, 1,100 yards, 8 touchdowns, averaged over 4 yards per carry. Longest rush of the season was only 14. 9 touchdowns for McClain. I would say, feel bad for my boy because he was robbed out of his X Factor. Still a member of the Generation X, though. Noah Foster ran for 131, no touchdowns. Bell had 2 touchdowns. And receiving, 1,300 yards, 80 catches, 7 touchdowns for Montague, 900 and almost 60 for Burks. And look at Hennings, 54, 822. We haven't had wide receiver 3 numbers like that, like the whole rebuild. Usually Phillips was only getting like 400, 300 yards receiving. So for him to spread this ball out and Hess getting himself involved too, that's what we needed. That's what we needed right there. Using his weapons, using all of his weapons. Offensive line, Avery Wilson, just not going to live up to what Taylor Lewan was. Walker probably is overrated. Lindsey, another one. These 2 guys are probably overrated. Petit Fier only played in 3 games, and he gave up 4 sacks in those 3 games. But Nate Davis was really good. The whole rebuild. Callaway was just okay. And what happened to the defense? I don't know. They just fell off this season. Greg Rousseau was really good. Probably going to go back up to Superstar Dev. Wish I would have had it at least for this season. Deion Quick had his best season so far, but he waited too late. Fulton fell off. Probably going to lose. How is it? That is so weird. my superstar edge rusher, a piece that you want to build around on the defense. He has award winner and now trade target young. I guess because we suck, we're probably sellers at this point. Same thing, trade target veteran for Harold Landry now. Yep, time to start selling the team. Looking at the sacks, we already looked at the sacks picks. We had a total of 5 interceptions. Forced fumbles, we had 2, Harold Landry, Kristen Fulton. We had a block for Elijah Holloman. Don't know who he is. But kicker, Will Lutz did have 1 extra pointer that was blocked, and he had 1 field goal that was blocked. He missed 6 in total, really only 5. Still not a bad season for him. Inside of 29 times, long as 74. After 52.2, good season for Logan Cook. And, no special teams, touchdowns, yearly awards, MVP. I'm going to say Josh Allen. Dak Prescott. Cowboys looking to repeat. Coach of the Year, Mike McCarthy. AFC Offensive Player of the Year goes to Josh Jacobs. AFC Defensive Player of the Year goes to Myles Garrett. Offensive Rookie will go to Braxton Henry. Let's go. He might go up to Superstar. I didn't even check his depth chart. He might be Superstar. Could go up to X Factor. Don't know what he is. Could be Star going to Superstar. But we do get the Offensive Rookie of the Year. Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to the damn Raiders. And then we have Hanks at number 6. Best QB goes to Lamar Jackson. Running back goes to Josh Jacobs. No Derrick Henry. Receiver goes to Keenan Allen. How is Montag not on there? I don't know. Offensive line, blah, blah, blah. Myles Garrett. You got Greg Rousseau at number 5. We also have Jess Simmons at number 7. Linebacker goes to Matt Crosby. DB will go to Randy Matthews. Look at the Jets, man. Sauce Gardner, Sean Murphy Bunting, some guy named Theo Weber, and they got Bryce Hall. What the hell? Jets. And then look at the Bengals winning all these awards. Evan McPherson, best kicker. Now we're going to see if we have any Pro Bowlers, any depth trait upgrades that, we would like to have during the season. But it's not gonna have any. Season's over. Season's over, damn it. Rebuild is over for the Titans. And we're gonna look at the Pro Bowl really quick. As for the AFC, wow, Montague, I would say, was snubbed. Nate Davis, I would say, was snubbed. Not one Pro Bowler, huh? Not one. Not one. So the Super Bowl set, it is the Ravens and the defending Super Bowl champions Cowboys looking to get a, 8th Super Bowl. Be the most in league history for any team. But looking at the roster for the Titans, Noah Foster, still normal dev. Running back Henry went down to superstar finally. They could have really did that a couple years ago when he had that injury. Fullback, no. Receiver. So Braxton was a star, and he went up to superstar. That's nice. Tight end, Bruce was a star. Offensive line, nobody's going to go up. Russo did not go up. Fulton kept his superstar. None of the corners went up. Bayard kept his X Factor all the way through the rebuild at the age of 33. Surprised by that. They just never robbed me. Let's see who wins the Super Bowl out of the Cowgirls and the Baltimore Ravens. And it will be the Cowboys repeating. Is there a way I can look at? I guess not. Can't look at the recap. But Cowboys win an 8th Super Bowl, most in league history. But when it comes down to the Tennessee Titans rebuild, a couple of seasons, a couple of chances where we would have made the playoffs, I think. But just bad luck with the injury bug, season-ending injuries to Caleb Farley, continuous injuries to Derrick Henry. Didn't trade him, kept him on, and not winning a couple of big division games. Whether it was the Jags, whether it was the Colts, whether it was the Texans, seems like they always beat us at the right time. Malik Willis, we could not develop him into that franchise quarterback I thought he could be. But we did build some. We drafted well, I think. I think we drafted well. Really weren't that aggressive in free agency. We did bring in like Greg Rousseau, who worked out for us. But overall, the rebuild was getting fun when we were on the verge of making the playoffs. But we just could never get over that hump. But that'll wrap it up for the Tennessee Titans Madden 23 realistic rebuild. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, comment below. I wish they would have tightened the fuck up, but they did not. I'm out of here. I'm gone. Peace out. Dunk Squad.